from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much to love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Making the adjustment. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Punt is in the air. On the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
screens can really attack on this second and short. They'll try it over the left side. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play and they pick up a big gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run him again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Here's Underwood. Flips it out to the back. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Well, the offense just trying to outflank the defense with a little push pass to a speedy wide receiver and see if they can get him on the perimeter, but just too much speed and awareness on the defensive side of the ball. Now sets up 4th down.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. On the move. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
2nd and 10 from their own one, and they must take care of the football. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Backs against the wall. He'll let it fly again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Winston. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center down, going to the air. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move them on the counter. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down.
Ready.
Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
3rd and long right here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here today.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
See some running room. Run ends there.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Trying to squeak through the pile. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on, hard to get him to the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Marshall. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
DB's right up on the receivers. Motion from the wideout. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Second and long here. Throwing, Underwood. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Snatches it on the right. Lots of room to run. Pass attempt, touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll try the left side. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Underwood. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for running room. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
They'll run the counter. Plows through the defense. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the ground, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They give it to him again. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. The give. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. He's changing the play. Wants to throw on first. Right side, it's Walker. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Crimson Tide who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Man, what a run by the quarterback. I got to tell you, if I was his coach, I would tell him, hey, man, at any point in this game, if you just feel like taking off and running, go for it. Just go right ahead because he can do things like that. That's an RPO. He's supposed to throw the football, but nobody's open. He sees a lane, he sees green grass, and off he goes. And it's not just a 5-10-yard gainer. This guy's generating explosive home run plays because of his athleticism. This dude's just on another level right now.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. These corners going to give them some space. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Underwood to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is out of room to defend. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Drives inside. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. They were all over it.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So this defense created some confusion and delay, and the delay of game penalty could give the D some momentum here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Texas offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Driven back. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Searching for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Back to the ground game on the left. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Marshall. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Underwood Underwood trying to cut through the noise. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Push is ahead. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of runs.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Underwood. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, I'm expecting them to go ahead, kick a field goal here, and make this a two-possession game.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, was that last missed field goal huge. That keeps these guys in the game if they can get something going on offense right now. First play of this drive. Trying to get behind the defense. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
second down. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Had to force that one.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there, get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The give to the left. Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Gets the back moving. Rashada Downs going up top. Good timing on the quick out. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down to the air. Right side, it's Hawkins. He smashes his way through again. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Texas! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
They'll go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride him again. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.